Hi, and welcome to Java Eclipse tutorial of income tax and wages calculator. Now let me show you guys how this works. I already have some details in here, so I can always reset. As you can see, the reference number automatically comes up again, so we can always choose. Okay, that's the wages, and we can enter the firm's name. Let's say that is the Kate Aviation, and the name this time around is, let's say, Captain Paul DJ Omen, and duty is pilot. Okay, its wages is, that's this wages, and we then need to enter the tax period. Alright, then just click on and enter the NI number. Now let's click on calculate. There we go. So that is the take-home pay, the net pay. Okay, we can also exit the system if we want. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into Eclipse development environment, and we'll put one of these together. So let's do that now, guys. File, new project, and let's give our new project a name. So I'm just going to call that Eclipse underscore income tax underscore wages. There. So I'm going to copy this because I would use it for my other names. So just click on finish. There we go. Now we go to the where we have all our project, and this is my project file there. Okay, so I'm now going to right click on it, and let's select new, and we will then select order. In order, what you need to select is window builder. Okay, make sure window builder is installed on your system. If it's not installed on your system, there are a lot of tutorials on YouTube that will show you how to actually reinstall your window builder. Then click on the swing builder. Inside the swing builder, select application window. Okay, click on that, and let's give our project a name. I'm just going to paste the name I've copied right in there, and let's click on finish. Alright, my development environment is now getting ready. If I click on design, this is what you guys will see. That's my window there. So I'm going to right click on that, and let's go to select layout, and let's select absolute layout. Okay, one other thing I like to do now is to go straight to the properties, or even right inside the code, and let's change the size. Okay, you see where we have 100 by 100, that is telling us where the form will actually start from. So I'm going to make it 0 by 0 right up here somewhere, and I will change the size of the interface to 1386, and let's go for the height to be 800. If I click on design, this is what you will see there. Okay, the next thing I like to do now is let's look for plane or panel inside this palette here. So there we go, JPanel. Draw that in there, just like that. Now you can select the properties. You see where we have structure, and let's click on the border. Inside the border right here, you can change it to border and make that about 4. Okay, that is fine. Alright, what about the back color? Click on back color, and let's go to named colors that I've used before. Yeah, there we go. Click on OK. There. I'm going to move these up there. Now just select Ctrl C, copy and paste. There we go. I think I'm going to move these down. Copy and paste another one here. This other one, just drag it that much. Copy and paste again as the second one. Move this down a little bit. Just make some room for it. Alright, so these two, I'm going to drag them all the way. It's just how I want my interface to look like. The decision is yours, whatever you want to do with your own interface. This is just how I want mine to look like. Right there. That's fine. Okay. I'm going to copy these, paste it right underneath here, and copy these, paste it right here. There we go. So my interface design is coming up. Now the next thing I will do is I need a label. So let's come right down here somewhere. We have a label here. There's one here. Oh, as you can see, my label automatically positions itself because I need to change all of this panel to absolute layer. Select it all and let's go to set layout and just click on absolute layer, which means I can now position whatever component I have on my system how I want. Now let's increase the font size of that very particular label. Let's go up there and just make that maybe about 48 right there. Okay, so in there I'm just going to give that a name. I'm going to call it, just come in there and say income tax and wages calculator. There we go. We'll drag it that much to give it more room. Alright, now we need some more labels. Okay, right here I'm going to have to add more labels. I need one label. And let's just increase the size of that label, then I can copy it across. I'm going to make that about 22. Come right down here, 22, make that bold. I also need text field. And my text field, I'm going to make that 22 as well. Right. Now just copy, paste, paste another one here, and there's going to be one more here. Move all of these up. Maybe we need to move this down a little bit to create more rooms, and one more here. There. Now I also need 3 of those. Down here, copy, paste here. There will be 3 here, and there will be 4 down here. Copy that, paste. Now we need 4 labels up here. Copy, paste there, and we need 3 combo box. Let's come right down here, combo box. We need 3 of those here. First of all, let's change the size to 22 as well. There we go. Now just copy and paste. Paste. And we need to paste one here. Label, copy and paste that label up there. Right. Okay. Alright, here I'm going to add some buttons. Let's delete one of these. I will need some buttons here, so let's open up that so that we can see where the buttons are. Right, I need 3 of those. 1, 2 and 3. There. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to speed up the design of the interface, then get back to you guys. Okay, I've finished with the design of my interface. This is how it all looks like. Well, in fact, let's just save and run it, then you guys see what I'm talking about. Click on OK. We're running it for the very first time. There we go. This is how it all looks like. However, nothing is happening. Okay, nothing there, nothing here as well. Right, now let's close that, and the first thing we want to do, maybe we need to give them all a name. That's another thing I have to do. So this one is going to be known as, let's say, txt reference. Let's say referenced. Yeah, that's fine. And this is going to be known as txt employer. We have txt employee next. Txt job title. And so on. So I'm gonna have to name the rest and get back to you guys. Okay, all of the components are named now. So the next thing I'd like to do is select each of these, and let's come to the modal here. Click on that, and I'm going to just enter tax period 0, enter 2, 3. Okay, that's 2, that's 3, and so on. Okay, so that's should be displayed right on the, there we go. Now let's repeat the same thing for the tax period. So make sure the tax period is selected. Come right, tax is actually tax code. Okay, let's make that up. Now the TC 10000. Okay, and so on, guys. There, and click on OK. So the next one is the tax code. Select the tax code, come right here and enter as follows, and that will be NIC 11000, and there. Click on OK. There we go. And here let's enter the wages here. So select that. Just gonna enter the standard wage, 1700, and this one is going to be 700. Let's go for 32, make that 45, and maybe 50. There. Right, that is all that's sorted as well. Now the next thing is, let's come right here, exit. Okay, right click and let's go to add event, action, and action perform. Right in here, the first thing we want to do is let's create an object there, equals new frame. Okay, and it's gonna have an alias of exit. Come right here and enter that. Okay, one good thing about Eclipse is automatically imported as follows, or the variable, where is it? Should be right up here somewhere. There we go, somewhere here. There we go, that's it right there. Okay, let's come right down. Now come Come right here, let's use an if statement. If, let's say J option plain dot show configure or show confirmed dialog. Okay, open up a bracket and call that frame, comma, and if that is going to be confirmed, if you want to exit, there. So that is my one, that's one of my argument, comma. Then I will also enter another argument. This second argument is going to be for my title, so I'll call that income tax and wages. Okay, let's say calculator. Yeah. All right, that's my second argument. Let's add the other argument. This other argument is going to be for my message box. Okay, let's come down here, press enter, paste that in there, and that is going to be dot yes underscore no underscore option, and if that equals this, we want the system to exit. I'm going to copy that and let's enter equals that in there, and here enter a curly braces and we just say system dot exit, and that will be 0. Close that there. All right, you can see these two J option plain, the J option plain there, the three, they are actually giving me an error because we need to import that. So click on that and here just import the J option swing. Yeah, you see that is gone. That's nice. So that means it's going to work. So let's save that and in fact run the program and see how that's going to look like. Yeah, there we go. Click on exit. No, I don't want to exit. Yes, I do want to exit. That's fine. So exit is taken care of. Looking good. All right, let's take care of reset. Right click on reset and let's come in here. There we go. Look at our reset now. Come right in here, press down, and the first thing is I'm going to say TXE gross pay dot set text equals nothing, and I'm going to repeat the same thing for deduction dot set text, right, and so on, guys. Yeah, okay, as you can see I have these errors here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a private variable for them here. Come up here, in fact it's 4, I might as well just create 4 of those. So done that in there and change the components. Let's change that to combo box, and the first one is, the name is actually called COB, no, it's a B payment. Right, that's taken care of. Just gonna copy combo box across for the others and change their names around. Right, and this next one is called COB TaxCode, right, and followed by COB tax period. There we go. And finally COB NI code. Right, as you can see, there's no sign of any errors here. So let's go straight down to our reset. And you see all of those are now gone. So that is the resets finally taken care of. If I run it now, let's make sure it's saved and run it and see how it's going to look like. So we can enter whatever I want to enter in here. Just play around with it and click on resets. There we go. Just exit out there. Okay, now let's go right up here. You see where I have all these declare variables. I want to declare some other variables in there. So let's say double, and I'll call that wages. Another one is going to be, or maybe we can just put a comma there, comma, I'll call that salary, comma, tax. Okay, and maybe two more. And right in here, I'm going to call these, let's say that's going to be gross and deducted. There. So I intend to use all of these. Now let's come in here. Before I go any further, so one thing I like to do is, you see right here, I'm going to right click on it because I'm going to use that to carry out all of my selections. Go to add events, and in there action perform. There, and right in here we'll start by using as follows. What I'm going to do first is, let's create one object for my date and time. We're gonna have to import that iDate object equals this, and just paste that in there, and we just enter dot now parentheses there. Okay, we have an error because we need to import that. Okay, that is it. Click on that. Alright, it's imported. So let's come right down here and just enter another one that might require importation is date time format or formatter. So that will be, let's call that I format. So I'm just making that up, change that again. I format equals the date and time formatter. Paste that in here. There. Dot of this pattern, and the pattern that I want is going to be date dash month dash year. Right, that is the format that I want. You see this? I'm gonna have to import that as well. But first thing first, let's correct this. Right, so click in here and just get that imported. There we go. Yeah, that is fine. Now I'm going to now create a string because I cannot just enter the date in there. So I'm going to say that that is going to be iDate, and iDate equals my iDate object here dot format, and that is going to be I format. So those are just what I made up there. So enter that in there. Okay, so I now need to enter iDate straight into my object because it's now converted into a string. So I'm going to copy this, and I just need txt date dot set text, open a bracket, paste, and there. That's all. That's my date. Okay, so if I save and run, then click on that very combo box here, select whatever, I should be able to see my date. So that's date taken care of. Now let's take care of something else. I want to take care of this random button. Let's exit and go back in there. So right underneath here, I'm going to enter my random. So right underneath, I'm going to just say we declare a variable. I'll call that I rounds, and I'm going to clear it out. There's nothing in there. Come right down here. Alright, so let's say random, create an object, and that object is going to be new random. There we go. And this random, so I rand plus equals random dot next integer. So there. Now let's call txt reference number dot set text equals, and what we are setting is going to be I rand. There. Okay, to get this error sorted, we need to import some random library there. Come on, double click on that, and there, that's imported as well. Okay, if I run this system now, this will just give me a random value that is not, I might not be able to use that properly. So let's come in there and see. Okay, select anything there, you see that? Okay, you see the minus, that is the reason why I say I might not be able to use that properly. So let's close that and make up some values right in here. So I'm going to just enter whatever in there. So right there, just enter that. I just made that up. You can make yours up as well. We delete couple. Right, save that. But you must declare this string variable, and you must clear it as well. So this is for random, this is for date. Okay, if you want, you can just enter say random number generator, and up here that's for date. Alright, so save, run it again, and let's see. Whatever, that's good, that's much better. Okay, we have our reference number here. Exit. Yep. Alright, now let's come down here, and in here I'm going to use if statement to validate whatever selection that is made. So let's say if is called combo box pay, open a bracket, paste that in there, dot get selected item, and if the item that is selected that equals 120. So the very first one is 1200. Okay, if it's that, now come right down here, open a bracket. This is what I want the system to then do for me. So txt untaxed, no, that'll be untaxed income dot set equals 120, 1,200. Now txt taxable, that should be taxable wages dot set text, and that will be 0, because if you earn more than 1,200 then you'll be taxed. In this case you will not be taxed because you're only earning 1,200. In that sense, that means the gross pay is going to be the same. So if we come right down here, we just say txt gross pay, okay, that'll be 1,200. So just copy all of this and dump it there. And the other thing is deduction is going to be 0 as well, so copy this and paste that in the deduction. So let's change this to deductions there. I think there's no S there, there's deduction. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so if I run my program now, but before I run it, let's save it first and just come right down here. Okay, instead of 120, so let's make the very first value 0. Then we can then carry out the selection. So let's run it now and see. So like, there we go. You see that? That's good. Okay, now exit. Now back in there, double click on that. Okay, right in here I'm going to now use else if to determine whatever selection that is made. Else if this is changed to, or has changed to, copy and paste, let's say 1,700. Let's open curly braces there. Then all of the above, this that is untaxed. So out of your wages, 1,200 is not taxed. Now let's say wages, as the variable declared up there equals double dot pass double, and that will be txt untaxed, this very one, txt untaxed dot get whatever we have in there. Then tax itself equals minus 120. Then let's have a string converter in there. String that will be wage tax, that will be equals string dot format. And what are we formatting? I want you to format as follows. So let's enter percentage here, dot into 2 decimal place, and that will be comma tax there. So the first part is taken care of. Now txt taxable, this, copy all of that. Okay, and that in this case is going to be this. Right, so we also need the gross pay right now, so I just copy this, paste that underneath here. The gross pay this time around is 1,700. Okay, so in here as well I'm going to enter the variable salary equals tax multiplied by 20 to work out the percentage of tax you're going to be paying. Now let's create another string variable. So come right down here, just maybe copy this, copy all of these, paste it right underneath here. Changes to deduction. This is going to become deduction, and I'm going to just call this deduction. That is my string variable. Paste another deduction in here, and in here I'll just enter salary. So that will give me the deduction. Right. Whatever value we have in here, we've passed it in here so that it gets converted to string value, which is then assigned to txt deduction. That's all I've just done there. So let's run this whole system again and see how it works. If it works as we want, then we just proceed. So that's fine. Let's come in here, 700. Yeah, that is fine. So all we need to do is to deduct it from this to get the final. Yeah, that is good. So the calculation will do that. So all I just need to do now is to copy. One thing first, move this up a little bit. Copy and paste now. Copy, paste. The next wages is 2,200, and this will be 2,200. There, and the tax rate is that. Now followed by 2007. That's 2007, and this becomes 30. This is 7 as well. Good. Now let's go for 3,200. 3,200. In that case, that will become, the tax rate here will become 35. Okay, now let's go for 45. 4,500. And this will become 37, maybe point something, 0.5. Yeah, and let's go for 50. Come right down, paste, and in the case of 50, I will just make this maybe 40.2. and this is 50. Let's one more here, and that's all there is to it. So all of the the wages calculation is almost done. So if I run it now, this is how the system should look like. So select, yeah, that's fine. The calculate is not working yet. So as for the calculate, we just need to subtract this from this. So let's come right down to, let's go back in here to the design and right click on the calculate. Let's select that for the calculator, and right in here let's enter as follows. So right inside the calculator, the first thing I'm going to do is to declare a variable that I'm going to call that pay, and right underneath here, remember the gross that I declared earlier on. So that's equals double dot pass double, and what are we passing to that? That will be txt gross pay dot get whatever value we have inside gross pay. Enter column there. Now remember, variable deduct or deducted equals double and pass everything, and what we are passing here, that's going to be deduction. Whatever we have inside deduction, we've passed it into the variable called deducted, and pay is now going to sort out everything. So come right down here, pay equals, we want the gross, subtract deducted. Now we need to convert it to string, so I'm going to say string is going to be called wages equals string dot format, and this time around I want you to have the pound sign, so I'm going to enter pound sign here, percent dot to decimal, come right down here, and that will be pay amount here, there. Alright, there should be a comma here. Now that is taken care of. Okay, so the next thing we want to do now is to enter these details inside netpay. Netpay dot set text equals wages. There. Now, but we want netpay. Okay, netpay is here already. Now we now want the gross, and yeah, I'm going to copy this. I want those ones displayed in pound sign as well. So this, let's just give it a simple name. This will be G. So G, that would be for gross pay. And that will be TXE gross pay dot set text equals G. There. And the next one, that is going to be for deduction. I'm just going to call that D. So deducted will come right in here, and that will be TXT deduction, I call that, dot set equals D. There, that's mine. That is the calculate button completed. I'm going to save, run the program, and see how it all looks like now. Okay, first thing first, select, let's select the wages. Let's say it's about 45. Yeah, we have all of those. And tax period is the 10th month, NI number. Right. Employer name, so let's call that Kate's Aviations, and the name, let's say Captain Miriam. Okay, there should be R somewhere. Captain Miriam Gosway. Then in here, title pilot. She is a pilot. Now all we just need to do is click on calculate. Look at that. Okay, you see that, guys? Let's select another wages and see. There we go. So with that, guys, I'm gonna call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it. Please do subscribe, and you can always join to be a member of my channel. Now I'm going to use this opportunity to say thank you to Kate and Tony, and thanks to Alan as well for becoming a member of my channel. You all have a nice day now. Bye for now.